I'm Fred Cunningham, and welcome to First Responder Friday on WSPA+. Every Friday on 7 News, we profile law enforcement officers, firefighters, EMS, 911 operators, and many other professionals in the Carolinas who respond in times of an emergency. Let's meet some of the people who have devoted their lives to service and run towards trouble when the rest of us are trying to get out of the way.
Police Department, Kleppy.
When you call 911, you'll be talking to a first responder. Andrew Klepp is the Hendersonville Police Department's communications supervisor. Part of her job is to be that calm voice on the other end of the line during life's most frantic moments.
We'll start an officer right now to meet with you, okay?
You've got to try to figure out how to calm them down, as well as not feed off of their emotions. Sometimes you'll have a very more hysterical caller over maybe a dog in a car than what you would think about somebody's been shot.
The amount of training that goes into being an emergency dispatcher, it's incredible. Nearly 600 hours before an operator is on their own. Klepp is in charge of more than 500 of those hours of training.
We teach them how to handle each call. Like we have specific, like if you have somebody that's not listening, they're just screaming, you have to talk to them in a calm voice and use repetition, just because it's going to get their attention. Of you can't always just yell back at them.
Okay. Some calls are for dire circumstances. Others can be of a very different feather.
It's probably one of the wildest calls I've ever had. There was an actual crow attacking a car, and I couldn't. And what the crow was doing is it was attacking the weather stripping around the windshield, and then there were dents in the car from the crow. When the officer cleared, he's like, "Central, there's a crow attacking her car."
And may I have a good phone number for you?
And Vance Mahaffey is here from Benson Hyundai. He's got a special presentation.
On behalf of Benson Hyundai and the entire community, we want to thank you for what you do each and every day, and you and your team. And we have a small token of our appreciation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that is First Responder Friday. First Responder Friday. Captain Nick Edwards is here. He is with the Saluda Fire Department. Thanks for waking up early with us. You got to realize a dream, a childhood dream of becoming a firefighter. And tell me about how you were able to realize it at a very young age.
So it's just something that I've always wanted to do. I learned very early on that this was kind of my true passion and what I wanted to do in life. And so I've basically kind of dedicated most of my life to it, and training and preparing for it, and I finally got the opportunity to do it career-wise in 2008, and been at it ever since.
And you had the opportunity at the age of 14 to jump in and do that.
Correct, as a volunteer, yeah. And I was able to start training and do small things, and as I got older, I was able to actually go through the academy and stuff like that.
Got a big head start on things. It's very different being a firefighter when you're in a mountain area like this. Tell me about what makes it so difficult once you have to fight a fire that's really outside the basic downtown area.
So when you get outside the downtown area, we run into rural water supply. There's no hydrants, so everything's tanker shuttle and drafting operations for us, which entails with involving multiple trucks just coming and dumping water into a large pool type device. We call it a drop tank, and basically we create a section out of the drop tank and pump the fire with it.
It's like a swimming pool, basically. Correct, outside the fire scene. Correct. You also are very, very busy. I know this time of the year people are getting out in the woods. You're doing technical rescues, what?
Generally, yeah. So up here in the mountainous terrain, the mountains are beautiful, and there's a ton of stuff to do, recreational-wise up here. And one thing we do a lot of this time of year is swiftwater rescues and high-angle rescues.
So hopefully we won't have too many of those. We want to thank you for everything you do. Vance Mahaffey is here. He's from Benson Hyundai. He's got this presentation.
On behalf of Benson Hyundai, the entire community, we want to thank you for your service and what you do for each and every one of us. We have a small token of our appreciation for that. Thank you so much.
All right. For Vance, of course, Captain Nick Edwards, that is First Responder Friday on a beautiful Friday morning. Clemson Police Captain Nate Hurd knows the territory in the city of Clemson. He grew up here, played high school football nearby, and as a police officer on patrol, he started right by the university campus.
I started from working downtown in the bars is a big one. It's something that we all have to experience. So it's quite interesting because you meet a lot of people, good and bad, and you have to navigate the people that you deal with. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I've met some great people.
But this large figure of a man is now known for something he does rather quietly. He's the police department's lead crisis negotiator.
Being a crisis negotiator is all about listening. It's about listening and trying to understand. It's not about trying to talk and continue to talk. It's more listening. Being a crisis negotiator, you just want to get the job done and kick in the door and rescue someone, but actually it's a lot more to it. It's more listening, trying to understand why that person is in crisis that day. We've never had an incident where we've had to kick a door in. We've talked people out. We hadn't had one go wrong yet.
Captain Hurd has been on the job for 24 years, loves his community, and he certainly stands out in the crowd.
I'm 6'7", so that's the first thing they notice is, wow, you're a big man. But once they talk to me, they realize that I'm probably the nicest person they could meet.
And Vance Mahaffey's here from Benson Hyundai. He's got a special presentation.
On behalf of Benson Hyundai, the entire Clemson community, we want to thank you for your service and what you do for us. And I have a small token of our appreciation, and I think I'm required to say, go Tiger, since I'm here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that is First Responder Friday. As you can see, these stories are just a way for us to say thank you to the men and women who are our local first responders. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, more of the people and stories that make up First Responder Friday. Welcome back to 7 News First Responder Friday right here on WSPA+. We'll continue now with the stories of our brave local first responders and how they serve our communities. Take a look.
Department unlike any other in the upstate. His law enforcement team helps protect Greenville-Spartanburg International Airport. That covers 3,500 acres in Greer. He has a team of 17 full-time officers. And don't forget K-9 Officer Alfred, you can see him there. It gets busy at GSP where about 3,000 passengers depart daily. That doesn't count thousands of travelers arriving at the airport every day. Chief Wellborn is with 7 News' Fred Cunningham.
Well, obviously, this is a very different environment for a lot of first responders. What makes it so unique to be the police department at a major airport?
For us, I think it's the customer service we're able to do with the passengers that come through. These are law-abiding citizens. We have very few incidents that come through, so it makes it more enjoyable for my officers to be able to meet and greet with those individuals.
What other kinds of things make this such a different kind of assignment for officers who may come here from being normally, like yourself, who was a city patrolman, that kind of thing?
I think a lot of it has to do with the different type of aircraft that come in, the different events we have. We've had the president come in. We have a lot of the ball teams that come in each week, coming into Clemson and so forth, or Clemson flying out. So that gives them an opportunity to have some variety within what they're doing here.
Well, that's great. Well, by the way, this is Alfred, everybody. So say hi to Alfred and also say hi to Vance Mahaffey. He's here from Benson Hyundai. He's got a special presentation.
On behalf of Benson Hyundai and the entire upstate, we want to thank all of y'all for everything you do for us. And we have a small token of our appreciation. And again, thank you for everything.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much.
Not a problem at all.
All right, for everybody on 2 legs and 4, that is First Responder Friday.
Police department serves its community, but Chief Keith Tucker is more appreciative of the people they're serving. His department has 12 full-time officers, but the chief tells us the Inman community is always full-time, ready to help. He couldn't believe the assistance the city got recently. Dozens of seniors needed clothes and basics after losing their homes following a criminal investigation of the owner of their assisted living facility.
Chief, we appreciate what your department does, but you really appreciate what your community has been doing for you recently.
Absolutely. We had a recent issue up here with a community home, and we asked for donations to come out, and people, they excelled. I mean, we have been blessed with donations. These people have got new clothes. They went to a whole totally different new environment. Just went yesterday and dropped another pod off. And people donated the use of the pod, hauled it over there for us. And when we got over there, we talked to the people that was transferred over there in the residence, and they were all happy, and they were just living it up, enjoyed their new clothes, and it was just neat to get to see all of them get to use the stuff that was donated by the public here. And the community really, really stepped up because they couldn't take anything with them except what they had on their back. And without the help of them, I don't know what these people would have done. So I'm very grateful for everything that the public done and everything that the people helped with, and all the outpouring support for it. And it's just amazing to see that type of help come from this. So, I mean, I really appreciate everything that everybody done. It's just amazing.
How does your officers interact with the community?
I think we do a good job. We get out and we try to talk to as many people we can. And just like this issue here, this actual location was not in the city. And with the help of the officers and the whole entire community, and with everybody in the front office and everything, and the fire departments, we coordinated this in like less than 24 hours, and it was just overwhelming success. I mean, I really appreciate it. Just like our coat drives we do for the homeless. I mean, we cannot ask for anything better than the support that we get when we ask for that. So.
That's terrific. Well, Vance Mahaffey is here from Benson Hyundai. He's got a presentation.
Yes, sir. On behalf of Benson Hyundai and the entire community, I want to thank you and your team for what y'all do for the community yourself. And I have a small token of our appreciation, and we thank you again.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. And that is First Responder Friday. Live from Clemson, it's also First Responder Friday. We are joined by the Interim Chief, Aaron Bunyé from the Clemson University Fire Department. First of all, thanks for waking up early. Tell me who this crew is behind us.
So, good morning. So this is my A-shift crew. This is the ladder crew and our ALS-9 crew.
So we got everybody here. Guys, thanks for being with us this morning. You cannot beat any situation where you're going to be on live TV and get to play with fire trucks. So first of all, I want to talk about the couple of the vehicles you brought. Okay. This is your QRV, which is, I believe, this is a relatively new vehicle.
It is. So this vehicle was placed in service in March of this year. In that first month that it ran, 247 calls.
Goodness.
The advantage of having this truck is we can get our paramedics on scene very quick. We had one call, for example, that had a trauma involved, and the responder got on scene 6 minutes before the ambulance did.
Goodness.
So having that capability provided life-saving efforts to that patient way before the ambulance even showed up, allowing that patient to survive that incident.
That's a quick response vehicle. Now it's the big fella right here.
Yeah, the big fella is we put this in service in May of this year.
Wow.
It is an SL75 Suffin. It carries 500 gallons of water. This is what we call an engine, but the nice thing about this truck is it also has a 75-foot ladder. It allows the vehicle to do fire attack and rescues simultaneously, increasing our capabilities significantly on any emergency response.
You are the Clemson University Fire Department, but you handle not only the university, but of course the entire city. And also, are you coverage for some of Central as well?
So we do mutual aid with Central. If they ever need our assistance, they can call us up and we'll be there in the ring. But we are primarily for the university. We also cover the city of Clemson, and they actually own both of these trucks. They have bought both of these trucks for us.
That is terrific. Well, gentlemen, thank you for being here this morning. We appreciate it. Interim Chief Bunyé, thank you for being here with us as well, and everything you guys do here on First Responder Friday.
Thank you much.
Great to have you with us. We're going to take a short break from our stories of these amazing heroes. Stick around for more First Responder Friday right here on WSPA Plus. It's a privilege and an honor to get the opportunity to bring you these stories of our local heroes, those who choose to put their lives on the line or simply choose to be there for us when we need them most. Here are some more stories from our First Responder Fridays.
The Oconee County Sheriff's Office has brought back its DARE program. The county school resource officers teach a 10-week program to elementary students to make good decisions if they must cope with high-risk family environments that can include drug abuse. But the program returned without funding in the county budget. So for this school year, DARE in Oconee County relies on donations. Here's Fred Cunningham with more.
How important has it been to get the DARE program going back again, in which we hope will continue to be a normal school year?
I think it's extremely important. This year's the first time in 17 years that the DARE program is being taught in Oconee County schools. And considering some of the dangers, some of the things that a lot of our students face, whether it's drug and alcohol abuse, whether it's abuse of vaping, mental health issues, bullying, whatnot, having the DARE program back in schools is a tremendous asset, and we're certainly very glad and very thankful that the program is back for the first time in 17 years.
That's great. Give me an idea about what these students learn from these officers who take their time to help out these youngsters.
Well, you know, school resource officers, I believe, Fred, are extremely important for a lot of reasons. People know about the security and safety aspect, but what SROs do is they fulfill the mission of the sheriff's office in another way as well, which is building partnerships with the students in the schools, being there as somebody who those students can come to should they have any issues and whatnot. So in terms of what the program teaches, obviously there's a component there in regards to drug and alcohol and vaping abuse, how to report bullying if you're a victim of bullying, mental health, really just kind of a holistic approach to the student's safety and well-being, not only from a physical aspect, but also from a mental aspect as well.
We appreciate what the Oconee County Sheriff's does, what all these SROs do. We want to bring in Vance Mahaffey. He's from Benson Hyundai. He's got a special presentation.
On behalf of Benson Hyundai and the entire community, we want to thank you and your team for everything you do for the whole upstate. And we have a small token of our appreciation.
Thank you so much.
And again, thank you for your service.
Vance, thank you so much, and we are grateful to Benson Hyundai, grateful to you, Fred, and Channel 7 for coming out to for this story on our DARE program as part of First Responder Friday, and we're grateful always for the support of our citizens that they give us every single day.
Thank you, Jimmy. And that is First Responder Friday. So, First Responder Friday, we're joined by Anderson County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Greg Carter. Thank you for being with us this morning. You are from Belton. Tell me a little bit about growing up here and what got you into law enforcement.
This is my hometown. I was born and raised here. Shortly after high school, I enlisted in the Marines. After that, I actually started my career in law enforcement here in 1993.
And still here in this general area, which is awesome. Tell me a little bit about what you do now. You mentioned being in the military, a lot of training to become a police officer, whatever agency, but with the Anderson County Sheriff's Office, training is still your job.
Absolutely. Right now, I'm currently the field training manager. We provide training to the entire office. We also provide training to the surrounding agencies. Our chief and sheriff have seen fit to invest in training, and we have one of the state-of-the-art facilities in the upstate where we train local agencies, state and federal agencies use our facilities, and it's where we get people ready to go to the academy. We have the pre-academy, which we do to send them to the academy, have them prepared, and we also have a post-academy that helps trainees transition into life as a road deputy.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of your training, you working physically with them to how to defend themselves, protect themselves, and what other kinds of training you're talking about?
We do everything from de-escalation. We do emergency vehicle operations. We do Krav Maga, which helps them protect themselves and the public when necessary. We do firearms training. We do active shooter. We do a variety of things.
Sergeant Greg Carter with the Anderson County Sheriff's Office. Thanks for being here with us today. Thank you for everything your department does for this area.
Thank you.
That's great. Let's go ahead and check in with Malachi now. It is a gorgeous morning here in Belton. It's First Responder Friday, and we're joined right now by Officer Kayla Garrett with Union Public Safety, one of our fine police officers. Thank you for being with us this morning.
I appreciate you having me.
You've got a great story. First of all, how you came to South Carolina and how you wound up working at Union Public Safety.
I did. So I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I got a scholarship to go play basketball at, it was Converse College, now Converse University, and you know, the weather's nice, close to the mountains, close to the beach, and I decided to stay down here after I graduated. So.
That's awesome. And you were thinking either what, military or law enforcement?
Yes, yes.
And so you chose law enforcement, and now you're here as an officer. Tell me a little bit about your community policing effort that the entire Public Safety Department is doing.
Right. So it's headed by Lieutenant Jerome Beatty, and it's really kind of just getting more involved with the community. We want them to know us just as much as we know them. We don't always want to be seen in a negative light, because usually when people see us, it's not on the best circumstances. So we kind of just want to get out and see what they need from us, what they expect, and kind of the same. That way we all understand each other a little bit better.
That really helps. Tell me about maybe how you kind of execute this as compared to what you normally would do.
Right, so it's really just about being out and seen. So we're out in businesses, and usually when we walk in, they kind of give us a funny look at first, and they're just like, well, is something wrong? No, we're just, we're just here to say hi and see if there's anything you need, and just kind of be out just to kind of build that bond more with the community.
That is awesome. Well, we want to thank you for everything you do. Vance Mahaffey is here from Benson Hyundai. He's with us every week. He's got a special presentation.
On behalf of Benson Hyundai and the entire community, we want to thank you for what you do and your team. And we have a small token of our appreciation.
I appreciate it.
And again, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, for Officer Kayla Garrett, of course, Vance, you see him every week. That is First Responder Friday. Those are just some of the people who chose careers with one goal in mind: to help others. You can see new editions of First Responder Friday every week on 7 News in our morning and afternoon newscasts. You can also find all of our previous profiles in the First Responder Friday section of WSPA.com and the 7 News app. And join us here for more episodes of First Responder Friday on WSPA+. I'm Fred Cunningham, and we'll see you next time.